Many are the mysteries that religions attempt to solve, the foremost being an understanding of what happens to one's consciousness upon death. That we must die is universally accepted, but the expectations for our own subjective experience varies greatly. Many believe in a final judgment, where the favored few are granted access to a gated paradise, while the undesirable remainder are thrown into eternal torment. Herein is the promise of these faiths, that the ultimate adjudicator will take one's side and forgive one's transgressions, while casting out those who have been one's enemies. This blend of forgiveness and schadenfreude is a double helping of delight in the hopeful hearts of the faithful. Others put their stock in reincarnation, where both the body and psyche die, but the soul lives on again in a new form. Yet here there is still a judgment of sorts, based on the karma one accumulated over the course of one's life. The body that one's soul is reborn into may not be human. The goal of these faiths is to end this cycle of rebirth, and the suffering that comes along with it, and enter nirvana, which is either described as a heavenly, pure land, or simply the ultimate termination of one's soul. Those without a faith believe only in oblivion. To them, consciousness is merely epiphenomenal, not tangible, so there is no thing that goes anywhere, there's nothing to explain. Once life ceases, simply, so does consciousness. There is no hope here, no aesthetics, just cold hard truths one must swallow. There is yet another idea worth exploring. Out of Eastern thought comes the deceptively simple metaphor that one's death is like a dewdrop returning to the ocean. This is both easy to visualize and powerful in its message, leading to a number of interesting implications. The first is that life is cyclical, just like the precipitation cycle, or any other cycle of nature. One's life emanates from a single source of all life, and upon death, one's soul returns to the source. The second is that, rather than divine prosecution, there is radical forgiveness. If all life returns to the source, both the saint and the sinner are welcomed with open arms. This would be a bitter pill to swallow if one is hoping one's enemies meet some final revenge, but a balm to those whose hearts are laden with guilt. Another implication is that we are all the same, that all life shares a common bond. Our separateness from each other and the source is only temporary, and maybe even illusory. If our lives are fashioned from the source of all life, our consciousness is merely a piece of that much larger source. It is merely borrowed for this brief moment here on earth. Is that source of life conscious? And if it is, would it be God? My name is Neil Garrison. I am the author of several philosophical books. Follow me for more videos like this one. This has been an excerpt from my book, The Eternal Significance of the Present, now available on Amazon.